Hey guys, how you doing? Got another free video for you. Just going to talk a little bit about free sites to use to do your research. We're going to talk about multi-sport sites that can give you tips on different sports, and OLBG, Oddslot, and I'm going to throw in a bonus site that you can also use. All these are free and available for you to get started. We're going to start here on a site called bettingexpert.com. So as you scroll through here, you can see they have different tipsters. You can follow them. As you can see, I'm following this guy, and you can see the latest tips that have been posted. Different sports here. I think this is rugby, soccer. What you find here is a huge community of people that tip different games. And unlike a lot of us who do multi-bet slips, these guys go for single bets. Game where this Bojan tips thinks that it could be over 4.5 goals, you could for example, put over 2.5 goals. And the beauty of this site is that they give you a good analysis of the game. That just gives you a little bit of an idea. So already you have some context, and you can now go and do your research, and you can check their record if you select on the, like I selected the tipster. It'll bring me to this page here where you can actually see how many tips they've given, what their win rate is, what the average odds are, and the average stake, and so on and so forth, what their profit is, what their yield is. And their yield is similar to how much you make over time. So as you can see here, this person has more tips on some upcoming games. So this is betting expert in a sense, and I just want to show you guys something here that's a little bit more interesting. So I'm just going to go here to sports. So let me hit all sports. So here you can see there's a bazillion of sports that you can have tips on. There's tennis tips, there's rugby, there is cricket. If you want to get some tips, this is a great place to start from. Last thing that I want to show you is that if you go to the tips page, there's this little blue icon on the bottom right here. You can scroll it and you can create little filters. As you can see, I've created my own little filters over time. So I will show you by trying to create a new filter. So you can select the sports that you want. For example, in this case, I'll just pick tennis, and then the minimum rating for a tipster should be 4. That means that they're really good at what they do. And then I can select the tipster language, minimum odds, and then I just click save. I just want to show you this. So I've created my filter here. So it's given me a filter based on the tipsters that have over 4 stars, and these are the games that they're looking at, and I can kind of get an idea of what games to, and I can compile a list together. As you can see here, because I didn't put language, the tipsters language is in German. So I can put in English, as you can see the English flag here, and it kind of explains to me, what the tipster thinks of the game, as you can see down here as I'm scrolling. So it gives you a little bit of context, and then, like I'm saying, this is good for your research if you're just starting out. Now, I'm not saying you should totally 100% go and take all of these and just put them on a slip. I mean, you could, but this is a good place to start your research. Now I want to talk about Oddslot, because I was kind of introduced to this one a bit earlier in the year, and I haven't really used it, but I found that they do have some accurate tips. They also are a tipster based site, and they give their own expert tips. So when you come to oddslot.com, so they give you what their tips are for upcoming games, and just the percentages of a chance that they think something is happening. This is their game analysis. As you can see here, it says home DC. Now what home DC means, maybe I clicked that wrong. So home DC is home double chance. That means 1x, so home to draw or win. A home win is a straight win. A DND is draw no bet. You can click on the all predictions here, and it gives you a little tab here. You can select between all countries, selections for today or tomorrow, and that gives you all the games, and you can take your pick on what you think. Now what I like to do here is, this is good for double chance games, your double chances and overs. So I would come here and I would pick games that have over 50% chance. So I look at the chances here. Over 50% works for me. And in a 50% instance, looking at the away team, in this case, if you look at this game that says a 45% chance that Atletico MG will win, and there's a 20% chance that Sao Paulo will win. So in this instance, if you combine the two, it's 65% chance, which means there's still about is a 35% chance that a draw could take place. So what I would do is I would either play a home draw no bet, or I would play a home double chance, a home to win or draw. So you can just scroll through here and see all the games. So like I said, I take games that are over 50%, and then I try and combine with the other chances. So I do my calculations here, and you notice, guys, that I keep stressing about math, because in as much as I'm not a math person, what I found with a lot of analysis is you need to know your numbers. If you can calculate your numbers well, then it's easier for you to analyze and strategize. So this is Oddslot, and yeah, another free site for you guys to use. Go to this other site called the Punters Page, and the Punters Page, it's a blog, and these guys tend to give like different statistics and different analytics, have the different stats for the different games at each club, and they're looking at, you know, the games they've played, how many over 1.5s they've had. You know, this Brazilian team has played over 6 games and they've had over 1.5 goals in all those 6 games. So it just gives you a bit of an understanding, and on a laptop or a tablet this probably would appear better, but even on a screen here it's still fine, because you can try and look for your team mode. Okay, so you see farm mode, and it shows me that, you know, mode has had 94% chance of over 1.5. That just helps me with my research as I'm prepping for a game, just to try and understand. So this is not to say that the next game, it's not calling a prediction, it's just giving you statistics for you to work with. So it's another great site that you guys can use, and you know, it's free. punterspage.com. This one's a little gem that I found on my own. I still forget how I found it, but this one gives you free betting tips. As you can see here, it gives you the odds, and it gives you the betting tips, and based on context of what they think. It's Alvin. I'll put the link to this one. I can't really say the last name, but if you click on each link, it gives you a little bit of a context, and you know, the English is not on point, but if you can understand English well, you can kind of get what they're saying. So, you know, they're giving it, you know, what they think. So in this Luxembourg game, they think that the game is going to end as a draw, which, you know, it could. And one of the things that I found is that if you go through their previous tips, you can actually see their record, that, you know, in a lot of cases they are accurate, and by my guess I think it's about like a 70% accuracy with their tips, which is really good. Trust me, 52 is the benchmark in betting, and if you're above that, then you're just genius. So it can also give you another idea. Yeah. This is the bonus site that I mentioned, and yeah, you should guys check it out. That's just my last one. Let's hope that this information is helpful to you guys. I really hope that this, you know, you guys like, you know, this kind of content, and hopefully it's helping you guys. So yeah, this is the last one, and these guys also provide tips, and you know, there's context here. You can see that, you know, 94% of the tips have said that, you know, both teams are going to score. And what I like about OLBG is that you have this little crown here, if you can notice, this little expert crown. This is someone who, they track your bet. So for you to become a tipster on this particular service, you need to sign up on the website, and you need to verify, and then you can start to provide tips. And over time, they kind of, you know, they track your tips and see if your tips come through, and you can, you know, get labeled as an expert. So in this case, as an expert here, and the expert is saying that Roberto is going to win. He's been in profit on tennis for 4 of the 6 previous months, just to give you an idea. And then they even show you, like they say, you know, plus 32. That's the number of tips that they've given in the last 7 days have gone through. So you can select the sports that you play. I think it's taking a minute here. So in football, you can check out their tips. So this guy has had a minus 284 annual profit, but in the last 7 days has really been picking up. So it's a good month for him. So, you know, again, they explain their tips here and give you a little bit of context. So if you're doing your research, these sites are designed to help you do your research to come up with your slips. It's not necessarily a copy and paste situation, but it does kind of give you a context to, you know, the games, and just understanding, because I feel that, you know, you have to have context for you to be able to understand, you know, what's going on. So this is OLBG. I got that right now. And yeah, so guys, this is some free information, free sites that you can use. And yeah, hey, go use these, make your money. Listen, the betting companies are not our friends, so let's take as much money as we can. So hey guys, this is it. And yeah, we'll talk in another video whenever that happens. All right guys, cheers. I hope you found this video helpful. Please share it with someone and consider subscribing. I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.